Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD historical siege battle for you today, and today we have the Siege of Ruad, which is between the Crusaders of the Knights Templar and also the Mamluks. And yes, there's a little bit of history to this one, which I'll go into in a little moment if you want to know about it. As it is starting off pretty quickly, we do have a sally out that's already started to take place here, as we have Templar Knights and it looks like some Templar Sergeants as well, maybe charging out. So this should be an exciting start to this siege battle, that is for sure. And I'll let you know that this siege battle is an insane siege battle. Like, literally is one of the closest and one of the most epic siege battles I've seen in a little while on 1212 AD. I was actually playing in this one, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. And that's for sure, as we have the King's Bodyguard already going through, smashing some of these swordsmen as they come off the towers here. And yeah, this is not a good start here for the Muslim forces of the Mamluks as they try to deal with the Crusaders. But yeah, this is a glorious 4v4 siege battle here. We have 4 armies of Jerusalem, and then we also have 4 armies of Mamluks. And the Jerusalem players could only bring Templar or hospitality units, basically order units, to represent, as we have Knights of St. Lazarus here coming in, a great charge from them. Basically to represent just order units. We were going to just be all Templar units, but that would be a little bit too limiting. Because at the time of the siege battle in 1302, it was just the Templars who were in command of the fortress, which was on an island, but we don't have a very good island fortress map in Attila, so we've worked with what we have. So anyway, yes, this is the final sort of holdout for the Crusaders of the Holy Land, and it's held by the Templars. As you can see, a glorious Nafsu volley going off there, doing some really nasty damage. I think the Crusaders are really trying to break their way through, trying into this trebuchet here, which is trying to do its damage as well. There are 2 generals out here, I think. 3 generals out here. Wow, okay. Oh no, every single general is out here. Oh my gosh, wow, okay, that is insane. Okay, so every single general has come outside the walls here to try and break his way in. As you can see here, yeah, Templar mounted knights are losing to the more heavily armored Mamluks, but I think they're also doing damage to the Mamluks who are trying to pull out of combat. It's a pretty nasty melee fight going on there. We could see the loss of a general on both sides here. There's also swords that are trying to come off the walls. They're trying to join that fight. And it looks like we've got more Mamluks as well on the way over here. We've got a lot of gold chevron Mamluks. Oh my gosh, that is going to be nasty. But yeah, this was quite a chill battle that we just did like on the Discord. So if you want to join our Discord, the link is down below in the description. And you're more than welcome to come in and join and get involved in some 1212 AD action. Certainly seems like the Crusaders here are having a bit of a tough time. The King's bodyguard here, they're just bouncing out of swords here. I mean, they're losing at least a general. They are doing some significant damage. I mean, they've routed the trebuchet. They've destroyed this Naftun as well. There's only like the dismounted Mamluks here that are sort of holding on, and they're starting to get hit harder as well. Yeah, this army over here is pretty much battered and gone. There's still a general in here fighting for his life as well for the Mamluks. He looks like he's got some spear support. And there we go. Enemy general is dead. So I think that's one of them that's dead over here. I don't know which one that is. Might be this one. Potentially. There's at least 2 over here. One's routed. That's kind of a win. And there you go. Oh, it might be this general back here. I can't tell.
Their unit has rallied.
I don't know yet. I mean, I think it might be more likely that one. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's all 4 are out here, so it's kind of hard to keep track whose generals died and who's not. But yes, after the fall of Acre in the late sort of 13th century, the Crusaders did try to re-establish sort of a stronghold on the mainland of the Holy Land, and they tried to start with taking the fort of Ruad, which they managed to take, and then they occupied it. From 1300, well, no, the Kingdom of Cyprus did, and then the Crusaders took over in 1300. So Cyprus didn't believe it was worth holding on to. And They also had done a deal with the Mongols, and the Mongols had never shown up, so Cyprus had bailed out. But the Templars, feeling obligated to hold on to any Christian lands in the Holy Land and garrison them and make sure they were safe, they held it from 1300. And then the Mamluks arrived and besieged it. And in history, they did take the city in 1302. And it was known as the Fall of Ruad. And it was the very last time until World War I that the Crusaders would hold any land on the mainland of the Holy Land. So yeah, it's quite a significant siege in that sense. It's kind of the end of an era. Like Acre is kind of obviously the memorable one, but it's not actually the penultimate siege and loss of land in the Holy Land. You actually have the Fall of Ruad, which is mainly an allied general is dead. That is not good. So the Mamluks have lost a general as well. I think there's one each. I don't think both. I think another one might be about to die over here though. But yeah, so that's why the Crusaders are limited to just order units, so like Templars, Hospitallers, and also Knights of St. Lazarus. It's mainly because there was only Knights of Knights of the Order Templar, or the Templar Order. I don't know why I did that in that order. That was strange. That were defending the city. So obviously we're going with tier 1 as well because it's still sort of early period. It's just literally the turn of the century into 1300. So it's not like everyone would have been in tier 2 sort of armor. We're stuck with tier 1 for now. And yeah, it will be interesting this one to see how it goes down. The Mamluks have a bit of an advantage, about 8,100 or call it 8,200 against 7,200, so 1,000-man difference. So it's kind of a bit of a difference, but not a major one, that is for sure. Certainly the defenders could make it very, very difficult for the attackers. And obviously, yeah, this Saliat as well is devastated. One army over here, it's in pretty bad nick, and yeah, it's gonna have to maybe just patiently wait, because I don't think they can really go over the walls now in the condition they're in. They're going to have to wait for our allies to try and do that. I mean, one of the allies is doing it now, but it definitely is a little bit early. It seems like the other two armies are not ready at all. They're still bombarding the hell out of these breach points over here. They're trying to make a mega sort of choke point here. I mean, 65%. Looks like they should take that one out. And they also are working on this one here, which is at 84%. So yeah, they should make a huge sort of choke point here, which will be very, very useful. But yeah, as you can see, they have landed over here now. So I guess we'll just keep an eye on this. Now, I mean, the heavy Templar Knights fighting up here against medium infantry. They should have a lot of joy. And oh my gosh, look at that. A lot of burning Mamluks there that are not going to be getting up, that's for sure. Oh boy. But one advantage that the Templars do have over the Mamluks is that their infantry are heavy infantry. So in areas like on a wall like this, we'll have a lot more success. And I mean, even better for the Templars that are getting support from their crossbows over here, which are firing and able to arc onto the walls, which is something that in 1212 you can do. Crossbows can arc just as well as archers. So yeah, very, very nasty. So they're going to have to deal with all these crossbows before they can really take these walls, are the Muslims. So that's going to be pretty difficult. You can't really do that easily. I guess you can bring your own archers up and try to counter the crossbows. Like 4 archers on 1 crossbow, very easy to kill. I mean, also they're not like Genoese crossbows. So they're not like very heavy or heavy. They're mediums or lights in tier 1. There you go, the Knights of St. Lazarus, they're fighting on down there. Look at these Templars, though. Looking glorious is what they are. Still fighting on these walls over here. As you can see, the Templars fighting on down here. And it's not really a successful fight at the moment. I mean, though these guys are gold chevron, these Mushat al-Jund, and having no joy at the moment, they really should just hold back and just patiently wait for their other allies to attack. Just because right now, Jerusalem, we'll just call them Jerusalem or the Templars, one or the other. They can just throw everything they want at this front now. I mean, this player could probably start taking his troops off this wall. Like, Saliat did an amazing job. And it has done a lot of damage here. There are actually still some cav over here. that I guess are just staying here just to make sure that, you know, this army doesn't get blitzed again, really. And yeah, it's not looking good, if you see what I mean, for this army here. They're actually using their artillery. I think the idea was to use the artillery to try and burn down the city, which is also not a bad idea, but that artillery shot was very low. But yeah, city damage at 0%, even though some of it is burning. But yeah, it's not a bad idea for morale, trying to reduce the city to ashes that way. But yeah, look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. Like, these units are just amazing. They look great. And they've got plenty of them in reserve. Like, there's just endless amounts back here. We've got lots of Order of St. Lazarus sergeants back here. They're waiting in reserve. There are a lot of medium infantry. Sort of a lower quality sort of unit there. And there we go. Already the breach is open. I'm not even paying attention. Breach is open. And the Mamluks are inside. They're sitting in some Ramat al-Jun, some of their spears. They are medium spear infantry. Instead of some of their swords, which are also great. It looks like we've just got a whole bunch of spear sergeants here. Templar spear sergeants here. They're just holding the choke point. And in the background, a tower is pushing forward. It looks like the Mamluks are going to try and go for this. They're already landing on the wall. The Templars are waiting. But yeah, this is truly a popcorn-worthy siege. So if you haven't already, I'd pause the video, grab yourself some snacks, get yourselves a drink, and sit back and relax. Because it is truly, truly an amazing siege battle, this one. But yeah, if you want to get involved in any sort of these like 12-12 sieges, or any old Total War siege or battle, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, all are welcome, from veteran players to brand new players. All are welcome. Another tower lands, and another delivery of Muslim troops land on the walls. They'll go in. I mean, look at the lines that are being formed down there as well. Like, Jerusalem has a line engaged, another reserve line of spears getting ready. It's going to be absolute chaos. They're holding the breach as well with spears so that the cav can't do like cycle charges. And just charge swords that are defending the breach. It's quite a smart idea, really.
Their city is ablaze.
Oh, their city is ablaze. 1%. Okay, they've managed a little bit. Yeah, the city's starting to be catching light over here. I think again, my allies are sort of using their artillery to sort of just burn the whatever remaining ammo they had, just burn the city. It's always a good idea. It helps a little bit with if it can spread, it helps. Like, morale is a huge, huge thing. I think it needs to get to 10% before you get any sort of debuffs. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is like some Kingdom of Heaven sort of like level of choke point fight. Just like two colossal sides struggling together over a breach. Just give me like Kingdom of Heaven vibes. I mean, it helps the factions as well. Only the Mongols had arrived. Imagine Mongols and Crusaders like fighting side by side against the Mamluks. They could have recarved out sort of like a new Kingdom of Heaven, a new Kingdom of Jerusalem. But now all they have is Ruad. A lot of sword units down here are losing. I don't think there's anything like these Mushat al-Jund. I think are the best sort of swords that they have. The weakest stuff is like the Rajalar al-Ashir, which have Javis, and but the best stuff is back here. There are also a couple of good units that the Mamluks will send in, but they'll only send in the last, and it's their Tabadurir. That every single army was capped at 1. You could only bring 1 in the Mamluk roster, and they are good. I mean, everyone I think is chevron theirs up as much as they can, got the gold chevrons on them, and yeah, they're going to do some very good work once they're inside the walls. When they're needed, they will carve through some Crusader spears. Problem is obviously there's a whole lot of crossbows. There's still plenty back here, Templar crossbows. Yeah, so they've got to get through a lot before they even think about sending them in. And look at that already. The defenders are nearly equal with the amount of attackers. 7,400 against 7,000. So yeah, only a 400-man difference. Yeah, no real movement here at all in the breach. The units on the wall have failed to take it. They're just turned into corpses. It was a bit of a failed assault. We were told this player just to hold on, wait until the breach here has sort of been moved, and they've made progress here, which they are trying to do their very, very best at the moment. And look at this, a trebuchet being brought up to this breach here. So yeah, the Crusaders inside the settlement have themselves a trebuchet. This general is dead apparently, but it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be in melee. They're going to be shooting from a safe range, trying to hit these guys that are blobbed up inside the city. So yeah, the trebuchet there, that could add a whole new dynamic to the siege and this choke point fight here. Because there are actually like a lot of units blobbed up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's like some swords as well that are spare in the back. So it could do a lot of damage to these blobs that are forming. But let me know who you're rooting for. Are you Team Crusader or are you Team Mameluke? The Cav trying to go in for a bit of a charge. Did hit these knights of St. Lazarus on the side actually. And they are losing decisively now. It wasn't actually a bad charge from the Cav. And yeah, the Mameluke Cav needs to get out of there pretty quickly. And they'll think about doing that again. So the spears are going to shift forward and try and retake that area of the choke point. Looks so great, doesn't it? You just see like arrows flying over the top of the battlefield as things go on. And it's like, oh, we have artillery coming in. Oh, it's going to go for this unit here. And there you go. They're being absolutely obliterated and burnt to a crisp. They really are. Some units are starting to waver though, and that's actually, I think, because of their own artillery. I think that might have had some effect. You've got to remember, some of these Templar armies here don't have generals. They have lost their general. Templars surge forward to replace their fallen comrades. These heavy knights fear nothing. More artillery coming in. You're going to do some serious damage with that. Apart from if it's aiming back there. They're not going to hit anything. And more units starting to break. Oh, this is actually quite concerning. There's actually nothing here. There is no units here. And Musha Al-Jum break. That is seriously a worry there. This amount of Knights of the Order of St. Lazarus, they're doing their job, you know. They are doing their job. Templars are losing in here, though. But, I mean, so is everything that's facing them right now. That's not good at all. The Mamluks as well have been beaten on this wall over here. The wall fights just are not going for the Mamluks. Looks like this, yeah, the Mushal Jun is the most recent of all the units. Actually, it might be coming off the wall here. I think it's actually trying to sneak off the wall out of combat. They're trying to flank down here. It is not working. The artillery is constantly firing down it. It's doing a lot of morale damage to these Ramat al-Jund, which is just about everything. We're going to see a mass trial, I think, in a moment. We actually are going to see a Mamluk mass trial here. And that is looking horrendous. There's more units. I thought maybe more units are actually going towards the wall, but no, it looks like archers are coming over. It looks like the Syrian boats here are about to land. It looks like there are some spears that are about to mount the walls here and give it another go. See whether they can do it. See whether they can break through. Orders dismounted Knights of St. Lazarus being shot at. They are being shot at here by a dismounted Mamelukes trying to do some damage, but we'll see whether that works. Yeah, looks like, I mean, actually, they're taking the tower away. I don't know what he's doing here, but yeah. Looks like they might be about to attempt another assault. Maybe just to tie down some of the Templars on this side here. Just get them away. Stop them from thinking, let's go to the breach, let's go and help out there. So you definitely cannot have every single Templar over there, because then that means those two players there will probably be getting 4v2. And even with no general, Templars do pretty well in that sort of scenario. So yeah, another landing here. We'll see how that does. Certainly the archers here you can see trying to mass fire into these Templars, trying to do some serious damage to them while they're up mounted on the walls, get some side shots. They're not really having too much joy, it seems. I feel like the Mamluks are still not having too much joy over here. And what are the numbers looking like? 64 against 61. So yeah, 6,400 against 6,100. 300-man difference. But the Mamluks do keep their fine lead, ever so fine. As more and more of their troops here break. It's not good at all. Spears battling away here. Good to see that we have a lot of spears here. You know, one of the more common weapons in the medieval world, people will tell you. Not a sword, it's a spear. And we've got more light swords rushing down, trying to break these guys. It actually looks like... Oh, I thought these Templars were actually routing. They're just running away. Reforming up. There are some serious blobs here. Like this big spear blob here. It's a shame they don't have any artillery of their own. The Mamluks, just to try and train this down, would be of advantage to them to hit it. I'm surprised, to be fair, that the Templar trebuchet here is trying to hit these units that are like close to the breach. It is danger close for the zone troops. Like, look at that! That was so close. That was a perfect shot, though. It hit only Mamelukes. And it's also caught this tree on fire. Greta will not be happy. Oh my gosh, another. Actually, that was a pretty bad hit. Actually, I think, well, not bad hit. I think that was mainly Templars they hit. I could be wrong. It looked like it was mainly Order Swordsmen. And there you go, the Knights of St. Lazarus winning again, holding at 47 men. Only the Mameluke troops did that, and there you go, another mass rout there going on from the Mamelukes. These guys are like re-rallying and then rallying. Sorry, routing and then re-rallying. But yeah, it's doing a lot of damage. They're trying to use all their javies, which is not a bad idea, to be honest. Use every weapon you have. Jeez, oh my gosh, look at this. Artillery is insane. I think it has just helped rout that Templar, but it's doing some serious damage to these light swordsmen. And yeah, this is not looking good for the choke point. Balance powers, yeah, I mean, it's still a 400-man difference. This point is still doing some damage. Over on this side here, it doesn't look like it's going great either for the landing. They've not got anything off here. One of the crossbows they managed to kill though, so that's something. But yeah, not much at all, which is a bit of a shame, that's for sure. Looks like we're about to see maybe some troops land over here as well. Got some swords here landing from this army that's been battered so long ago. Yeah, we'll see the Templars about to get hit on both sides here, and this might be the final and first time as well this war actually gets tied down, because there's clearly not a lot that they can throw from this side here in. It looks like now we're going to see a bit of a charge coming in as well. Nice charge there from the Mamluks, charging into Knights of St. Lazarus, and it was just then there are no spears in that area, so it's actually a pretty good charge. You can see here the Knights of St. Lazarus It's on drop.
Losing faith.
There's actually quite a lot of cav now coming in. You need to be careful. You don't want to get all blocked up and stuck in hits. That's how cavalry dies. Also the artillery, it seems like a dad. It's burning horsemen. Doing some serious damage here. Get out of there, horsemen! Oh god. Yeah, they actually took some pretty bad losses there. At least one of the Mamluks did. Still these Crusaders hold. They just don't give a damn. And look at this, like another reserve line here of spears coming up. It's endless Templar spearmen, it seems. It's exactly what they need if they want to hold on to this choke point to stop the cavalry from cycle charging like it's trying to do right now. Another decent hit as well onto just, it looks like all Mamluks down there. And the center is definitely just swords, so it's definitely like chargeable for the cavalry, but it's whether they can just get through. This artillery, by the way, is just like brutal. Shooting retreating men. Surely it's a war crime. Again, the spears keep coming forward. I mean, one thing that the Mamluks can rely on is that their archers back here, this dismounted Mamluks, are a hybrid unit. They are both bow and also swords. So once they are out of ammo, they will actually be a handy unit in melee. That's one thing they got to cling on to. Like, their army is not like dead once the swords are dead. It's 5,400 against 5,100. It's still a 300-man difference. The Crusades still can't close that gap, even though they are like relentlessly bombarding the Muslims right now. They're killing just enough are the Muslim forces to stay in the lead when it comes to the men count. There you go, spears are starting to waver. And they are breaking. Mamluks here. Actually, are dying. They were winning combat. I didn't even, like, they don't even, shouldn't be there yet. They have bow ammo left. Use all your bow ammo, then go in.
The men are broken.
And it looks like that's a good sign there. The trebuchet looks like he's out of ammo. Finally, they might have actually done some progress, done some damage, and got rid of that trebuchet once and for all. Wow, that's taken a long time, that's for sure. Over here as well, it looks like the wall fight, yes, still it's got nowhere, put it like that. The archer towers help as well massively with the morale for the defenders, or well, for the attackers really. They shoot and do a lot more like morale damage. You see a fire, projectiles -4 morale. It's actually doing some serious hurts them. Also, they're getting shot by Templar crossbows here. So yeah, these Ramat al-Jund, they're doomed. And it's kind of the same with these swords over here.
Resolve is failing. Nothing remains of this unit now.
There you go. Yeah, they'll get rid of all these remaining troops here, and yeah, it looks like already this force over here is just going to go round. That looks like it's what's going to happen here, as is the other Mamluk force. So it looks like we're going to just see a juke off for this one choke point here, and that is going to be brutal. Look at this, the spear unit is actually charged outside the walls. This Templar Sergeant Spear here is actually going out, and it's going to try and take out all of these archers out here, which is a bold move, because there is cav out here, and other units that could just tie it down. So the second sally out, it's not really the sally out that they really want, but it's the sally out they got. Cav going in here. A smaller cav unit coming in from the other side as well. And that is a Templar sandwich if I've ever seen one. They should rout pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, their general's dead already. They're getting sandwiched and surrounded by Mamelukes. Yeah, that's a dead Templar. That's a handy win there for the Mamelukes. As yeah, numbers are looking pretty bad now as the defenders have more men than the attackers. I repeat, the defenders have more men than the attackers. That is always a bad sign. Mainly because they already have defenses on their side. So army numbers on their side, never a good thing. And it looks like the Mamelukes have been pushed back right to the top of the breach. Like they are basically on that little lip. Oh my gosh, the artillery's not out of ammo. I repeat, the trebuchet's not out of ammo. The crew came off, I guess maybe the archers who were firing on it. And they they didn't want to basically lose that. But yeah, look at that. The breach is gone. Everyone is dead that's been into that breach. That's insane. Okay, I mean, it's a good thing that like these troops are coming over here. Like we've got fresh swords coming over. We've got some javelins as well. Yeah, and archers. Yeah, it could be huge. Generally, this is going to be needed. They're going to need every man they can get if they want to try and break through this breach. I mean, the Templars have held it like to a man. They've done a great job here. They should. Yeah, they're cheering, and no wonder. They should be proud. They hold this breach. They're not going to sally out, are they? Well, I mean, there's some this amount of Mamelukes there. I mean, I charge them with the Templar spears, I guess. Try and kill them, but it's a hard ask. As soon as you come out of that breach, out of the safety of the breach, you're in trouble. Yeah, there you go. Cav coming into the back, and that's what happens. Why do you not sally out, Templars? You should just stay in your breach. Stay safe in there. The spear unit will get surrounded, and that's an easy way to kill it off. Cav here, going to go for a charge. Oh, he's got stuck in melee up here with spears. The bad place for this Cav to get.
Broken and are fleeing.
Yeah, more Knights of St. Lazarus trying to get involved and try and join that fight. There you go. They are going to get out of there. That general's lucky. But here we go. You can see like the crescent of forces forming up here for the Mamelukes. They're going to try and smash their way through. The forces of Jerusalem, there are still plenty of them. They have plenty of Knights of St. Lazarus sergeants back here that are now silently marching forward. Look at them. It's eerie, isn't it? Didn't realize you had padded footsteps. Yeah, there's not a lot that the Mamelukes can do to stop these troops now shifting over. Like, there's still plenty of heavy spears. There's been a small wall landing over here by some spears. Kind of wasteful, really. They probably should have just come around to the other side. But if anything, it delays the Jerusalem forces coming over just a little longer. And that's what they've got to do, try and buy time for their teammates. And there you go, they've reclaimed the lead when it comes to man count. They have about a 200-man count ahead of the Crusaders, which is something, I guess. They're not going to win on this wall. Why do they keep landing on this wall? This wall is just not working. This is light infantry here trying to take on heavy Crusaders on a wall. And even if they start to win the melee, they just get shot by crossbows and archers and the towers. It just doesn't all work in their favor. And it looks like there are more troops now coming up as well. A spear unit as well. Ramat al-Jun might be landing on the wall behind these Templars. I guess the idea is to try and, I mean, they could potentially win that wall. Get archers up onto it. That would be a win.
Stand and fight, damn you.
Here we go. Another push coming forward. We are going to see Tabaduria as well come inside the walls. It's now the time for the dismounted Mamelukes and the Tabaduria to come in and try their own go at breaking through these Templars. This is the elites now coming in. If these guys fail, then it's all over for the Mamelukes. Oh, I can hear artillery. That's never a good sign. Oh, that's Tabaduria as well. Then go the Tabaduria. There's 2 units going in on this poor axe. Or spear unit. I'll go through every weapon before I get to the right one. And these spears are getting absolutely destroyed by the axe infantry. They're basically shock infantry, these Tabaduria. They're really, really good. There you go. Through that Templar Sergeant like it meant nothing to them. Just need to not blob up like this because they cannot lose the Tavernier. We've got Cav as well charging into the Templars down here. Cav charging into swords. It's a good fight for them. Look at this. Renewed courage. The Mamluks, they break away from this choke point that they've been stuck at for so long. They actually are kind of out of it. They've got a bit of space. It's been an absolute battle of will at this choke point. I mean, you can see the bodies down here strewn. It is just relentless. Yeah, a lot of routing troops now for the Templars running in the wrong direction. There's a 400-man difference now in favor of the Mamluks. Tavernier, they're going to keep up this fight. Try to hack and slash these damn Templars down. They might just break through. There's hope. The combat even, they're winning in a few areas. There are still two more, I think, as well as another Tavernier here. Only a single gold chevron. There's also another one, I think, somewhere else. I can't see that. Oh yeah, there's one back here as well, triple gold chevron. I'm going to see a general who's trying to get through a gap. Trying to sneak through a gap. It's a bit of a pull through there, I won't lie. I mean, there was a gap, but he then kind of got stuck, and he kind of just let his cav finish it off. He's actually going to get himself into some serious trouble here, and probably fairly so. Like, he's probably shouldn't actually be here. Going to charge into the sword, though. It's not a good charge at all. He barely touched them. Now he's going to go for a rear charge onto the Saints of the Knights of St. Lazarus here, or Sergeants, it's not Knights. I think the Knights might be all dead. It's now just down to their Sergeants. There you go. They are starting to break the order Sergeants here. Templar Knights also not looking good, and there you go. Master out there. They actually have taken. Oh no, I thought they'd taken the walls, but they haven't. Templar Knights up here have managed to hold on. Some more like Order Sergeants coming down. There's still more Knights back here. There's lots of... Yeah, those are Order of St. Lazarus Sergeants, no. But there's still Knights over here coming from this wall. So, yeah, they still got plenty of heavy infantry that can do a lot of damage, that's for sure. And that's the worrying thing. Trying to take out these crossbows. I think they were our priority at this point to try and take out. We're gunning them down. If we take out the crossbows, and we take out the threat to our Tavernier. A brutal wall fight here. This might be a bit more of a fair one, you know. This amount of Mamluks going up against the Templar Sergeants, Templar Knights, sorry. But, yeah, heavy range melee infantry. These are fighting against heavy infantry this time, the Templars. Looks like, yeah, combat even. Templars are actually losing that fight. Tavernier, though, are also losing their fight, which is not good to see. They might need to come out and rest.
An entire unit has perished.
But they are breaking through. Slowly. A general over here, he's got himself stuck in against some swords. Right by the gate. Ruad can't fall again. Hold on, Templars. You cannot lose the city once again like you did in history. Spears are barely holding on here as well. They're going to need to send in some fresh ones. The Tavernier have broken through. I wonder whether these early general losses might make a difference now. You never know. The Tavernier down here still cutting their way through. general coming in as well. Oh my gosh, look at this relentless from the Mamluks now. They can see victory at the end of this tunnel. It didn't look possible earlier on, but they see that they are starting to break through. They're making progress. They've got to keep this up. What's the numbers looking like now? 3,400 against 2,100. Yeah, definitely numbers are starting to fall in favor of them, as these more elite Mamluks are starting to rush on in. And as you can see, yeah, dismounted Mamluks, if they can get off the wall here, they can actually get these crossbows. A bit of a win there for them. And they could also get archers onto the wall as well if they wanted to mount archers on the wall, and it's just end game for the Crusaders. Looks like we're seeing some crossbows do exactly that as well. Cap down here trying to just rout these sergeants, and you be careful. Don't want to get stuck in melee for too long. Rather like dismounted Mamluks are trying to take over the fight by the looks of it. Tabulator as well. Could they just get around the side and get these crossbows? That'd be a win. And then after that is more crossbows. Jeez, it's just endless crossbows. There's some javies back here as well. They could be pretty useful. They could like throw over the combats and hit the units behind while they're in reserve. Big win. Archers firing from outside the walls, still heading inside, which is great to see. Supporting their team, supporting the Tabulator. There you go. Yeah, look at this. They've actually managed to surround this sergeant here as the Mamluks come off the wall. Very nicely done. And they are through. The gate is theirs over here. I didn't think it would be possible. The Mamluks have actually broken through. It's like, looked impossible. It really did. Like the Crusaders just kept sending them back and back and back. Great charge there from the Mamluks. I'll just damage this Crusader sword. I mean, the Mamluk unit's nearly dead. I say nearly. He's still like got 30 horsemen. Well, more like 20 now. They are dropping pretty quickly. But yeah, doing a lot of damage. They might get off one more charge. And then we're going to see Tabulator going in a moment. They try to form a shield wall. Like as a horseman, a Mamluk here, I feel like all you have to do is just charge your horse at this mass. Don't even try and like pick someone out. Just try and throw your armored horse into this line of armored men. You'll do some damage. Tabulator now down here. They're going to mix about with the Knights of St. Lazarus, trying to do some work. There's more Tabulator coming in. 2 units down here. Oh, this could be brutal if it was a crossbow unit over here, just like on this wall, shooting down on these poor swords. Looks like we're going to see the light swords just try and destroy this barricade. They then have a Knight of St. Lazarus to get through. And yeah, they're through over on this side over here as well, so this is a win. And as you can see, looks like, oh, the general here could get shot to pieces if he's not careful. There's crossbows waiting, and there's spears blocking most of the choke points. Yeah, Tabulator down here. There you go, dismounted Mamluks and the Tabulator down here. They need to be careful, they don't want to get shot to pieces. Now our reinforcements on their way now. I feel like the impact of their charge has had its moment. They should probably get out of there. And is the breach broken over here? No, they're actually about to take it out. So 75%. Once they take this barricade out, the hordes, look at them, the hordes of light infantry here. I'm just going to get in there, do some work. There you go. Now they can charge in, or they can throw their javies, which is actually probably a more important thing to do. Throw your javies at these heavily armored knights. Try and kill them off. Once they do that, then they'll go in, I'm sure. Got some dismounted Mamluks here, just, you know, holding the line. It's awesome they can form shield wall as well. Oh, you can see a cavalry charge.
Resolve is failing.
And there you go. Good charge there into the Knights of St. Lazarus. It seems like there's been endless Knights of St. Lazarus. If anything, the more of them than Templars, I feel like. There you go. Good charge. That's absolutely annihilated that Order Knight unit. That's really well done. Still, we try to see these Templar spears get broken through. The Tabateria here and the Mamluks trying to do their bit. Cav here has been broken. I think the spears maybe got involved and helped break them.
The field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Spears battle it on down here now. And like I said, I've said it a few times now. At this point, the battle, we were like, oh my gosh, how have we won this? Or how are we going to win this? I mean, Balance Power says we're going to win it now. It's 3,000 against 900. It looks pretty much doom and gloom now for the Crusaders. Well, actually at 2% -1 morale, that's actually kind of huge. Even at 2%, you do some serious damage to morale. But yeah, it just didn't seem like it was possible earlier on. I mean, we were just batting our head against this wall and this breach here, and against some other parts, and just having no luck breaking through. Certainly, it was a devastating blow early on as well with the sally out, which just caused a whole load of problems and damage to our army. I wonder, though, if they hadn't sallied out, whether they could have just won the siege anyway, like in the normal way, the normal style. Instead of, like, me having played a passive role after I got sallied out on, I might have just gone over the walls and died anyway. But instead, I was, like, played passive, realized that the breach was the way to go, and we just broke on through. Eventually. It took a long time and a lot of Mameluke lives. But it looks like they might finally break through. It looks like Ruad is going to fall again, and the last Templar stronghold in the Holy Land may just fall. As you can see here, we've got Javies and Bowman coming up. Going to do their bit. They're just going to run around, cause some havoc.
A unit is the men are losing faith.
And they just need to take the cap point now, and then they can run straight onto the main cap point if they want to take that. Or they can try and mop up the remains of the Templars and not like let a single one survive. But a single damn Templar deserves to survive. They've killed so many of the Mamelukes. Only death is a fine justice for them. Look at that. You can't tell me 12-12 doesn't look glorious. And these Order Knights that are still fighting on, whether they're Templars or St. Lazarus or whatever, they are fighting on to the last members. They know their survival is on the line here. Chavi's throwing in point-blank range. There's some serious damage here. Oh, jeez, yeah, they are murdering those poor spear sergeants. And I think we are seeing a bit of a mass rout here. There is not a lot left. I'd say mass rout. They're not exactly routing very quickly. Tabateria here, still holding on, starting to waver though. If they break these swords, and they break that sword, then that archer should just break on its own. This crossbow here should just break on its own. But we'll see. Oh, it's wavering. Yeah, I think this might be it. That is going to be a GG, and the Mamelukes are going to win. They had about 2,500 left, but my gosh, what a bloody siege. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So yeah, as I was saying, I was playing as one of the Mameluke players. I got sallied out on almost immediately. And yeah, I had like literally nothing left. My army was just destroyed. I mean, apart from Sword here, who had like a lot of troops left, like over 1,500, Everyone else had a pretty much battered army. I mean, some of the Jerusalem players actually had more troops left than like we did, and they lost. That's kind of incredible. But anyway, we'll have a look at these end results. Yeah, for me, not really many of my infantry did well at all. My cav 155 kills, my tabardry 133. I brought a NAF to and he got 53 kills on cav, and yeah, nothing else really did that well. I had a poor game. I just sat back, relaxed, and just watched my teammates try and like batter through that breach point. Really. Then we have Army here, one of the people at the main choke point. 365 kills with his Mameluke cav. Again, his infantry kind of really sucked. Like 83, I think is the best I can see there. His dismounted Mamluk, so 324, 350 kills there. 291 with one of his Mamluk cav here. Yeah, did okay there. And then we have Sword playing as the third Mamluk army. I think he went over the wall a little bit early. So like some of these troops here got murdered. But yeah, there was some of his infantry that did take part in the actual like assault on the breach did very well. Like his Tabardere, 340 kills. His archers did a bit of work, and his Jabbies were also kind of handy as well. And then we have Donald Trump playing as the final Mamluk army, 259 kills with his Mamluk cav here. Again, his infantry in the breach really struggled. One got 130 kills though, it's not too shabby. 119 with his dismounted Mamluks, 117, 133, and then 368 with the Tabardere. It's very, very good. And the Mamluk cav, 281 kills, not too shabby. Then we have I Like Trains playing as the first Kingdom of Jerusalem. 213 kills with his King's Bodyguard there. His Spears, 158 is the best of the bunch. And then he spammed out these Order Sergeants here. They didn't really get too many kills at all. And his Crossbows got 62 kills. Then we have Bad Omens playing as the second Kingdom of Jerusalem army. He just brought a bunch of these Knights of St. Lazarus, which got like 128, 135 kills. His Spears getting 159 kills. His General, 311. I think most of these generals just got like their kills against my army, which is sad to think about. Crossbows 218, 127. And he has Knights of St. Lazarus here with 256 kills. Very nicely done. Then we have Mythic playing as the third Jerusalem army. 154 kills with the King's Bodyguard here. 106 with the Templar Sergeants. Then 104 with the Dismounted Knights of St. Lazarus. 196 kills with his Templar Knights, 187 with the Templar Knights, and then 114 with the Templar Crossbows. Then we have Sol Invictus playing as the final Jerusalem army. Got 41 kills with his general before he died, 198 with the dismounted Hospitalers, 105 with his dismounted Templars, 147 with the other one here. His Crossbow Sergeants, 122 kills, and his Templar Knights, 161, 101 kills. And then his Trebuchet, 316 kills. Wow, very nicely done. But there you go, guys. That is the Siege of Ruad. It was indeed the fall of Ruad once again, as the Templars lost their final stronghold in the Holy Land. But there you go. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment as well if you want to, and all that shenanigans. And I'll see you guys in the next 12-12 Siege. Bye for now.